and Ghost Cult Magazine welcomes in Hayley from Pop Evil from her home. How are you, Hayley?
Yeah, I'm very well. It's a gorgeous day here in London, so all is good.
It's a little bit chilly here in Brooklyn, ergo I have my hat on, but I'm home here. First and foremost, as excited as I am to talk to you about the band, how are you doing personally? I hope everyone in the band and you are well. I hope none of your immediate family or friends are stricken with this terrible coronavirus. Let me know how you're doing, first of all.
Yeah, we're all doing good. Everybody, as far as I know, is well. I speak to them quite regularly, so we're all good. I know a couple of people that have kind of had coronavirus, but it hasn't been anything too serious, so it hasn't directly affected me in a terrible way. The worst thing for me is just the lack of touring and playing live shows, but every musician is going through the same thing, so I can't really complain. We're all in the same boat. And the industry will come back in its own time. When that is, I don't know, but we've just got to be patient and wait.
Of course, and naturally, this is a strange time in the world to be releasing new music, but I'm glad that the band has released 2 new singles and has a new album on the way, which is very exciting. Are you completed with the recording, or did you still have some tracking to do?
I literally finished. I finished a day early. I rushed through the last couple of songs because we were kind of getting hints that the lockdown was going to happen. And thankfully, we managed to change my flight to a day early. I literally got home as lockdown was happening. So, I was very, very grateful for the great engineers and producer that was working those days, because we just muscled through and got everything done so I could get out of LA early. We've got it all done. Some of it is still being mixed and mastered, but as far as like all the instrumentation and everything, that's all done, good to go. We got in there just in time.
Awesome. And do you have gear at your home that you can practice and write with, or are you just kind of homebound?
I have a very kind of I have my kind of warm-up setup that I take out on the road, which is the Roland V drums. And I also have kind of addictive drums and everything, so access to loads and loads of drum sounds to get creative. So that's, we live in a time when it's very easy to have a small, and living in London as well, I'm in an apartment, I'm not in a big kind of house, so my kind of setup has to be very compact. So yeah, I've got that up and running. I'm doing bits and pieces of teaching, bits and pieces of writing. So, I'm keeping myself busy. But it definitely feels really strange releasing music and not going out and promoting it live. That's a very odd feeling, sort of watching the singles be released and I'm just sitting at home on my sofa. It's odd, I'll never forget these songs, that's for sure. It's a very strange time.
It is, and Pop Evil is such a prolific band. You guys are so hardworking collectively. You're always doing something, an appearance, a tour, a recording. I'm very impressed with how hard the band has worked, especially the last few years have been, pretty impressive.
Yeah, and the current single at the moment is about that very topic, and and then here we are forced not to work, but maybe that's a blessing in disguise for Pop Evil, because I think the back end of the last album cycle, everybody was really feeling very tired. They've been going, Pop Evil's been going about 12 years. This is album number 6 now. Before I joined the band, they were relentless, and since I joined the band, it was for me 4 years non-stop. It was constant. So everybody was definitely ready to take a break, but not for this long.
Well done. I fully understand, and that's the sentiment that everybody is saying. Like, it's nice to have time with friends or family. It's nice to have a little time for yourself to do, oh, I didn't get to read that book, I guess I'm going to watch that movie now. but or maybe too much time on our hands a little bit, but it's a sentiment that everybody is echoing. So, well said. And Work is a fantastic track. Of the two new tracks, it's definitely different. I
Yeah.
love the fearlessness that Pop Evil has always had to change their sound, to try different things. This is a uniquely special, different kind of track, and the percussion and the drums in particular is just a whole new element for the band.
I had so much fun. There was we had a kind of rough demo down, but then when we took it to the studio and it was time for drums, it was they just let me loose on everything. Like, what, hey, wherever you want to hit, like, what, and I just got out all the drums, everything. And I was very blessed that we were at 606 for that one, so I kind of had some sneaky access to some prominent drummers' equipment, let's say, the rototoms. Sneakily borrowed them from one of my idols, so I had a lot of fun playing that. Yeah.
Can you say who, or no? You can't say.
They were Taylor Hawkins.
Oh, wow,
rototoms.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 606 would tell me, but you never know. Could be Dave's drums. Could be Dave, but probably has rototoms, right?
Probably, but yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The beats are fantastic. There's a little bit of like EDM bass
did
drop on there. There's great vocals, like almost a little bit of rapping. So it's a change, and I like it. And then of course, Let the Chaos Reign is like a straight ahead heavy rock song, right? It's almost metal. It's so heavy.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. But that was, I think, the intention of these two going out back to back. That is the two sides of Pop Evil. In its most blatant form. There's always the kind of, let's branch off and go down this road and see if we can have fun in a different kind of area. But then there's always that kind of hard hitting straight up rock that we're known for as well. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. For me, it's a lot of fun.
Great. Yeah, you definitely rose to the challenge there. And I also have to say, I do appreciate the occasional acoustic number. And I think there was like a little unplugged sessions that happened a few years ago that I liked. And, not as much fun sometimes for drummers to have to switch, sticks for brushes. But, you seem very adaptable, and I like that about your style.
It's something that I've always really loved about drumming, actually. It's the little notes that are, they're felt and not heard. I often speak about during the set, it's sometimes the ballads and the quieter numbers that I enjoy more. I absolutely love creating different layers to sound. So it's not all about hard hitting. I know I'm known for waving my arms around and flinging my hair around, but I absolutely love creating like gorgeous textures. So acoustic stuff, I just take that to the cajon. And I also like the setting of, a smaller amount of people. It just feels very intimate, and I like that.
Awesome. I love to hear it. Since we have never chatted before, I did want to ask how you got your start playing, because I think it's a story I think the fans would like to hear about, your origin story.
Yeah. My family are pretty much all musical. My father's a bass player, and my older brother is a drummer as well. He's 10 years older than me. And my sister kind of went down the singing route. They never expected to have a second drummer in the family, that's for sure. I tried lots of different instruments before drums. I sort of tried the piano, singing, flute, I think, trombone, guitar, bass. None of it kind of really felt right. I enjoyed it, but I never got that sort of spark from it. But as soon as I sat behind a drum kit, I just knew that's it. I'm supposed to be a drummer, and nothing else matters. It's been very tunnel vision. Life is about me and my drum kit. So,
right.
That's kind of
that's lovely. I don't know if you've ever seen the documentary. I think it's called The Heartbeat is a Drum, about drummers and drumming. I'll send a link along through the PR so you can take a look at that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Did you have any particular drummers once you took to drums that you fancied or idolized the most?
It was pretty much all that I was exposed to was what was in my mum's car. My brother had moved out, so I inherited a couple of kind of CDs and tapes from him. But in my mum's car, it was Phil Collins, Queen, and the Police. So Stuart Copeland, Roger Taylor, and Phil Collins. They massively shaped my playing and still do to this day. All my snare drums, it's that big sound, little intricate hi-hats and everything like that, and all the smaller notes that I was talking about is definitely kind of Stuart Copeland, but he still had that attitude on the snare as well. And then Queen, it's just those epic songs and those almost hooky drum parts. That's what kind of shaped my playing.
Nice.
From the beginning.
Nice work, all greats, and I'm a particular, obviously everyone loves Queen and the Police. I'm a particularly big Phil Collins fan, and I think his solo work is equal to some of his stuff in Genesis, and he is an underrated and magnificent drummer. And his son is apparently drumming in his band now, which is incredible.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he's quite good. Everybody knows In the Air Tonight. Obviously, everybody does the air drums to that song, but Phil is a lot more than that. He is fantastic. So back on the release, obviously we don't have too much to say else than the 2 songs that are out, but hopefully we'll get a release either later this year or early next year. Is there anything else you would like to share about the new record that you can talk about?
Obviously, I can't give you like fine details, but I am incredibly excited about this particular batch of songs. Something feels really, really good about all the stuff that we recorded. It's incredibly exciting, and I feel like these first 2 songs are like just the tip of the iceberg. When they said that these 2 songs were going to be the first to be released, I was like, really? There's many others that I think are better than not. Please don't like massively quote me on that. Hayley says these first 2 songs are rubbish. No. But that just shows that there's a lot coming that I feel incredibly proud of, and I'm very excited about it.
Amazing. Can't wait to hear it all. And of course, these 2 songs are awesome, and they're not rubbish, as you say. No. I have to ask you as we wind this up about this amazing decorating job of this dressing panel behind you. I see raccoons and owls and toucans and foxes.
Yeah, the tequila bottle raccoon is definitely a favorite of mine. These were actually found on the street. There was a vintage company or whatever that was like, they would ex-display and they were just throwing them out. And it was a friend of mine that picked them up and kept them for like a couple of years, but didn't know what to do with them. And then he was like, Hayley, can you do anything with these things? And I was like, yeah, I love them. Like, I'll take them. And then I had them for like 2 years, and the place where I lived, the ceilings weren't high enough to fit them. So they were like laying down their sides, totally not used. So last summer, I moved to this place, and the ceiling is high enough. So they're here in all their glory, and I love them every day. And on the flip side of them, they're different colours as well. So if I get bored in this lockdown, I can flip them around.
Nice. Hayley Cramer, great rock drummer and amazing interior decorator for her home. Thanks for sharing some of your day with us. I appreciate you. I hope you guys stay safe and sane in this time, and we get you back on a stage doing what you're meant to do soon. And I look forward to the rest of this record. It's going to be pretty awesome.
Thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for your time. It's been great speaking to you.
Indeed. Have a great one. Take care.
Awesome. See ya.
Bye.